Hey there guys, what is up? It's Cameron here from eSports News UK and I'm with AeroX's mid laner Milkyard and their coach slash analyst Scotsman. How did you guys get into League of Legends and what attracted you towards the game at first?
Started playing League when I was like 12 because my best friend slash manager was like playing loads of random stuff and then was like, oh, there's this really cool MOBA that came out. And then ever since then, I was like, just came off console, like playing FIFA and random shit. And I was like, oh, okay, try out League. And then I was just played it ever since for about 5 years. So I was like, yeah, just randomly picked it up, couldn't stop playing it.
I started in 2009 in the beta, so 6 years of my life in this fucking game, so just living the high life.
Yeah.
I'm now terrible at it, so just keep myself as a wee coach on the sidelines. That's what I do.
So you guys attended Insomnia 56 and you give Choke Gamers a shocking like 2-0 defeat and you forced them into the losers bracket. Can you tell me a little bit about that game and how you feel you performed as a team?
We didn't expect to win that at all. We had our eye in the loser bracket. We were like, so who are we gonna play next to
Yeah,
get
it
through
was
the
like,
losers bracket?
if we lose the choke, who do we play next? And
Yeah, that was our turn. I thought like
at the same time as like expecting to lose, it's like you can't really compare them to any other team. You've always got to say like, right, this is what they play, this is how we draft against it.
Yeah.
All you can really do is play your best.
I think that's
And
what won us the game. Was
yeah,
a little
so
bit of underestimation, but we got a
yeah,
way through. And
like we was all playing on like our original setups, and
yeah,
it was like a really home field, and it was really nice to play against them in that kind of environment. But at the same time, it was like they all said that they were really tired. It was in the morning. They wasn't expecting us to obviously like have as big as a
like we were
have
all
as big as an impact.
hungover. So
Yeah, have as big as an impact as we did in those games. So it's a really good feeling to obviously like 2-0 choke, who were like the really big team in the tournament.
we saw in the final we couldn't replicate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, at the same time, it was like
I think we could have, but I don't know. There was just
I wish we could play them like more from that
yeah,
tournament. At the same
like
time, it's like
a lot.
yeah, I think as the commentator said, it was like they have like so much experience on stage, whereas like people like me in the support, we came on stage and we looked at our screens and we were just kind of like, um, this is
I don't
different.
think any of you's been on stage apart from Panda. I,
Yeah, Panda's the only one that's been on stage, but
so like
Avril,
that.
Avril and Reacts really like adapted well to it. But
Yeah.
I
Avril's earphones kept falling off, so he couldn't
oh yeah,
communicate.
that was funny. It was like, can you hear us? And it was like, what? But at the same time, it was like, yeah, I still play on laptop, and I've only just bought some dodgy ass keyboard that I can practice in case I ever have to go on stage again, which shouldn't happen because they need to bench me. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, like David's or mute screen settings were different,
Yeah,
so it
David
was
didn't
really
do that at all. He was just
like as much as Choke deserved to win because they really did. They played really well, and obviously it got outplayed. But at the same time, it's like we'd love to play them like
like
whilst we was all like still in those home environments kind of thing without like more pressure. But at the same time, yeah, it was
like
really
the
nice to
experience showed.
it was really nice to obviously like be recognized as a team. Like everyone was saying, like who are AeroX? Like
Yeah,
who
we
is this
we were
team that
going for
knocked
like
out Choke?
fifth. That was
Yeah,
was fifth.
So a lot of pluses for you from that tournament, yeah?
yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
places
phenomenal.
there.
Couldn't believe it. I know all the guys, like everyone's like, oh, we came second, but everyone's really secretly really salty that we didn't win it.
Yeah,
I know I am.
wasn't my fault. But yeah, it was nice to obviously make it to the finals and two of them in
Which
whatever
way is Milky by the way?
position
'Cause
we
I
did.
couldn't- I keep pointing up to Milky, but
I don't know. I'm like at the bottom in mine. But yeah, like it was really nice to play against like a really good team, and obviously it gave us a lot of experience as a team.
yeah,
So yeah, it was a really
confidence
nice thing
booster.
to start the tournament with. Yeah, it was a really big confidence boost. Like every team that played against us after that was just like, oh, this is the team that beat the top seed. Like we have to have caution now, and it was really nice to do that.
and made the AeroX a name.
Yeah, we made a name out of that.
But I don't think the org expected us.
Yeah,
They were
I don't think
they were
we
just looking to
expected
pick up
it.
any league team, and
Yeah,
we just kind of went,
we were
"Aye,
just like, what's best case scenario? And I think we was honestly looking at like third or fourth. We was like, well, we're gonna make money, but we don't know how much we'll win. And then obviously, like, we was really happy with where we did come. And but yeah, that was like a really nice kind of
Yeah.
kick up the arse for
originally
most
we
of
didn't
us.
plan to like we didn't really plan to join an org, did we? We were just going to be Club
We were just,
Tropicana.
still just want to play League really, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like, yeah, it's really
But
nice.
then we were like, these guys are Milky's friends, and they were really solid and supported us really well.
But
So
yeah,
following
so-
on from Insomnia, there's the ESL. Do you believe that you guys can make it from the ESL major bracket into the ESL Premiership for season 3? And where do you think you can finish at the end of that season if you do make it?
I think we will definitely make it through from the qualifiers into the Premiership, and when we do, I think, considering that all the games will be playing at home and everyone will be like,
How many teams go up and down? Just so.
I think there's like 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's like.
But
top
like, yeah, I
three.
think it'll be really fun this year. Like, obviously, since we're coming in, it's like, this is the team that beat a lot of good players, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, look out for them. And then like, there's teams like Eminem,
And
GLP,
then
who are, like,
you'll feed every game, so.
yeah, they don't feed every game. But yeah, like, there's a lot of good teams coming in. Even though there were previously a lot of good teams, but now there's like more balanced teams, I would say.
I say the UK
Like-
teams kind of.
Like teams like Eminem, Choke, like there's no like 20-0 games. Like whenever each of them play, it's always like, or even if we play them, it's always like, I don't know, 12-18 kind of scoreboard. Like there's never any massive bias. So it would be really fun to watch it this year. But I think realistically, we're always going to aim high. So I'd say we really want to come like
First.
top 2. Yeah, possibly. But yeah, we really want to come like top 2 in this UK bracket, and we think this is where we want to prove ourselves more. Obviously, can't really say that much because when it comes to LAN, it might be a different story. But like online and in the brackets, I really think like it would be our time to shine compared to like most other teams in the ladder.
So moving on from that question, what are your team's aims and goals for 2016? Are you just focusing on ESL, or are there other tournaments that you want to compete in?
I think the main thing we want to do is get Challenger and 5s.
Yeah, we really want to climb the 5v5 ladder because we've only got like 40-50 games as a team, whereas most other teams have like 150, and we really want to improve as a team, but playing against like challenger teams consistently will be a really like good thing for our team, because like most UK teams are like D1/master, so constantly playing against challenger teams will really give us an edge, like
Yeah,
play-wise.
we want to get to the stage where we can consistently beat
Yeah.
like Diamond
Um,
Master teams.
At the same time, like apart from reaching challenger and 5s, I think a big goal for us would probably be like top 2 in the Premiership, and apart from that,
Challenger
probably
series.
like staying as close to the main roster as now as a team itself, because one of the main issues we think about this UK scene is like everyone constantly changing from team to team. So yeah, it would be nice to like have a kind of consistent roster.
LCS.
But yeah, but at the same okay, Jez is
drop you
over here.
first.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be really nice to have consistent roster and a really high place team. But yeah, we'll have to work towards that, and I'm pretty sure everyone on the team is willing to. So that'll be our realistic goal.
What's your favorite League of Legends champion, and why is that your favorite?
Mine's Ezreal. Just, I don't know. Always loved him. I was a one-trick pony Ezreal player, like season 1, season 2, season 3 even. Just all I would play. Just, I love just being able to nip in and still have massive range for poke, and get at the end you just like finish them off, getting nice and close. You can have a chance to make flashy plays as well, which that's what I like. I like champions that you can make flashy plays with.
Mine's probably Lee Sin. I remember back in season 3 and 4 where you could just go like Ravenous Hydra Jungle Lee with Warrior Enchantment, and then just literally go like 14-0 and one shot everyone with like an alt Q combo. So ridiculous. Clear camps and like one Hydra E, and then it was just like, I don't know, just farm the entire game from like champs and camps and waves. It just felt so strong. Plus like that
Champs and
insect.
camps.
Champs and camps, yeah. And that insect was always just like, oh, I'm gonna have to play seriously soon. And then it was like, holy shit, you pull off that insect and you feel like God. Don't feel shit at the game for once. And then you're like, yeah, boy. But yeah, Lee Sin's my favourite.
What are your thoughts on the UK esports scenes? Do you think there's improvements needed? If you think there are improvements, how do you think that these improvements will become achievable?
It's quite a tricky scene, to be honest. Like, I've only been involved with it for about a year or two, and only since like recently been involved a little bit more than I've been before. But like, I guess consistency in a sense, because like a lot of players do like dip between teams. Like it's just a common thing. Like
Yeah,
without
it's like
anything really tying down players, it's like
yeah,
no one really cares. Like it's all fun and games, but like if you're not happy on a team one day, you can literally just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna leave," and then you'll just be looking for some random other player that's good at the role, and then teams will literally have a roster change every like week or so. So I guess the scene like
yeah. I think it's like a lot of
yeah,
just it's like the same 20,
just
25
consistency.
players just flitting in between teams. So that's what happened when I started this team was I wanted just same roster, and I would never no one ever got dropped apart from
Apart from yourself
Stern Robot. I
and
stepped
Stone.
down.
Oh yeah,
That's
and
that's
Stone.
different.
Yeah, that's a good point.
uh, so that's so we're all like really good friends now. So
Yeah, it we're not we only really play for fun, but like at the same time, it's like
yeah, we
still
don't take
part
it
of the
games
UK scene as
just
a team.
idiots playing the game. Really, that's
Yeah, we do think it could be improved. Well, I personally think it could be improved though. Like, if same teams did have same rosters, but then again, some people stop playing. Some people think, oh, I don't want to play this team. A lot of stuff happens. Can't really blame people, but it's just a really annoying thing, which really kind of
yeah.
imbalances flow a lot of the time.
Like, I like to like associate myself with a brand and be like loyal to it, like for a long period of time. Like, but throughout my esports like journey, it's not really
Career.
it's not a career. Uh, I've got a real job. Just
Wow.
just too many. Like you'll play for a team and like I remember season 1 played for this team and we got them into the Challenger series and then they just went, "You're all dropped. Bye. We're getting better players now. We have the money." So it's just it's just very backstabby. I feel, and that's what I wanted to change. Just have a very like all friends just playing together, having fun.
On Esports News UK, we've touched upon player contracts. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are as a player and a coach and an analyst, Scotsman. What are your thoughts on player contracts?
I personally like the idea only because because I'm at first year in uni, it's like I only have to work literally like once or twice a week, unless I have exams, which you revise, and then like you just do whatever you want with the rest of the time, and it's really flexible. So like, it's kind of easy for me to be on contract because I can literally play 24/7 most of the time and push work out the way because of it. But like, I think it's kind of hard at the same time because like a lot of people have day jobs, so like I don't know, like John like works in the bank, so he's can only play from certain hours, whereas some people would want to play at like I don't know 1 a.m. Some people want to play like 5 p.m. every day.
That's
It
the
can be
hardest
really
part. Is
difficult to keep a contract. Like yeah, if you've got a day job, or if someone's like really like unflexible. But at the same time, like I think it can be really easily achieved. Like if you think about it realistically, most people play like once or twice a day if they're trying to be like trying to improve or be in a decent team. And once or twice a day is like fucking 14 hours a week, if that. Like it's really easy to uphold 14 hours. So if a contract says, "Oh, we really want you to play 20 hours a week as a team," then that's literally no more than
it's
like
kind of hard
three
to
days every 2 or 3 days.
enforce, really, like because they don't know
It's
how
hard to
like what we're
enforce.
doing behind
Yeah,
the scenes. Like I'm constantly watching like streams and stuff just to pick up
I
the
think it's the
latest
money
meta,
as
but I
well.
can't really.
It's like you have to pay for like the legal aspect of the contracts, which is obviously in the UK scene, it's going to be a lot more than you get out of it because there's so little tournaments and there's
Just like I
so little.
series used to be epic
Yeah,
one,
it's
but I
like
don't. Do they even do league anymore? I don't.
no, they don't do league anymore. There was like three
I
teams
hope
that
they do
showed
because
up.
I actually that was my first LAN and it was just amazing. It was just so much.
Nah,
It was
I
really
don't think
laid
they do
back
league
and
anymore.
chilled.
Like
But
one of the epic lands, there was like 4 league teams, and then it was like not worth the prize pool, so they said no. But yeah, like contracts are really hard to uphold because legally it costs a lot to make. It's not really worth the prize money or any sponsor money which comes out of the UK scene. So it's a good
yeah,
idea, and I do like them, but at the same time, it's like realistically, it's not really going to work.
yeah.
But
It was easier. It would have been easier like when I was at uni because like I literally just
yeah, it's
spent the
fuck
whole
all.
day fucking playing league and that was it. And but now I've got a job. I can't really just go. Nah, I'm not going today. Fuck that. So ideally I would like this to have happened like 3 years ago when I was just dicking about every day doing nothing. But Now I've got a
Yeah,
proper full-time job. I can't.
it's difficult to do contracts, to be
Yeah,
honest. But
especially because my
you know,
hours are really crap at the moment because of Christmas.
if
So
you can get on contract though, then it's a really good idea. But making them and
yeah,
selling it's really hard.
it's getting it right, you know. And if it's not been done before, really, we'll need to. It's going to be trial and error to start off with, and you're just going to have to bash at it until it works. And people are going to get annoyed and stuff, but that's just how progress is made.
Now that I've asked you both some questions, I'd like to move on and ask you some questions individually, starting with Milkyard. The first question I'll ask Milkyard is: have you always been a mid laner, or have you mained other roles before? Like, have you moved from
Uh,
like another role to mid lane? Have you always been passionate about being in mid lane? Uh, yeah,
from the game start, I've always kind of been a mid lane main, but as it went to like season 4/5, I started playing a lot more AD carry because like I think I picked up a mouse like for my first time in my league career since like season 4/5. So I started playing with a mouse, and ever since then, like mid lanes felt a lot differently compared to like AD carry because like obviously clicking on a touchpad is a lot more different than playing with a mouse on AD carry. So I started maining the hell out of AD carries, and it was really easy to play, and it was really simple. And for someone like me who had like zero game knowledge and loads of mechanics, well, I wouldn't say zero, but like yeah, like a lot of AD carry mechanics compared to like game knowledge, and it was a really easy role to pick up and play. But apart from that, like considering the team changes and like personally, like when we picked up Reacts, it was like, I really think moving to mid lane would be a good move in terms of the team
yeah,
because realistically, most of the fun from League nowadays comes from like playing with a team or having something to actually play League for. Whereas like spamming solo queue is really not fun.
yeah.
So like yeah, moving to mid lane was probably my like only and best decision, which like right now it just needs practice, a lot of practice. But yeah, I've always kind of been a mid lane player, but like in terms of like maining a role, I've definitely played a lot more of AD carry recently than I have mid lane. So I really need to pick up on the mid lane aspect of things.
Moving on from that, what are your personal aims and ambitions with League of Legends and for the League of Legends UK scene? Like, do you want to do better mechanically? Do you want to do better on a set champion? What's your aims for League of Legends for yourself?
I'd like to do good full stop. Um, realistically, my champ pool, like compared to most other mid laners, considering I've only just like transitioned from AD carry and I don't really play as much solo queue, I must have like 20k tier points and like a select few champions, and like the rest have just been like I don't know tier four or not even a tier. Whereas like most mid laners in the UK would have like 200k points and like four mid lane champions, and it's kind of hard to compete against that because like given how much matchup knowledge and character knowledge they already have, it's really hard for me to kind of be like a mid laner in this scene with so much talent and so much experience. But at the same time, like individually, I'd like to obviously play a lot more select champions and
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of have staple champs to be worried about. At the same time, as a player and as a team, I just like to obviously improve. Like, there's no real doubt in it in league. Just always want to get better. So I'd say that like challenger fives and to have a lot more staple mid champs compared to what I do now. And then I'll actually be a competitor in this mid lane scene in the UK. But yeah, like that would be a realistic goal, just to get better as a mid lane player.
So, are there any roles that you sort of like don't want to go towards? For example, like top lane or jungle. Are there any roles that you like try to avoid playing,
Um,
especially in solo queue?
definitely top lane. Top lane is the most anti-fun thing I've ever played in my life. I don't really understand how people can play top lane like I don't know, like every season consistently, but you know, whatever floats your boat, I guess. I kind of I tried support for a bit because like having not really wanting to play it in like lower elo when I was ranking up because like everyone in lower elo didn't really know how to carry a game, but as support in like high diamond you can really kind of work out like and impact the game a lot more than like lower elos when you're climbing. So I guess I tried support and that was okay, but I don't know. I just like dealing damage. I guess like mid and AD carry are always going to be like two roles I really come back to because it's just a nice feeling to like kind of like look at the damage graph after a game and be like, damn, like that player's like insanely huge that game, the entire reason they won, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just nice to, I don't know, play an assassin and go like 20-0 and then have people like constantly scared that you're around. Whereas in this meta, you got like control mages everywhere, where it's like they just two shot people end game, kind of really boring up till like 25 minutes kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, I wish assassins would come back, but apart from that, like I think I'll always be a carry player just because, well, carry or support, but just because like it's nice to deal damage and have like a big impact on every team fight and every situation in the game.
At what point of playing the game did you decide, okay, I don't want to be a player anymore, I want to go for that analyst sort of coach position? And how did you actually go about starting to become an analyst? Like, was this initial baby steps for you, or did you all from the start know that, okay, this is how I do this, this is how I become a good analyst?
Uh, well, it was after spending more time studying than playing. I realised my mechanics. I said it before, like just shot, absolutely gone. So I thought I still had the game knowledge, so I thought better to just step down and get someone who has the mechanics. I think mechanics take much longer to like. I'd rather have a player with better mechanics than game knowledge, just because mechanics take so much longer to like learn. Like that you could know everything, but if you can't win your lane, then what's the point? So, and top was never really my thing. I just played it because there was none in the UK, so I was always like mid, but there's too many good mid laners in the UK. Like I'd never really make a name for myself, so I thought it's better to just use my knowledge to
Become
help the
a-
team.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the other part of that?
The other part of that was, how did you start about
Did I
becoming an analyst? Like,
automatically?
yeah, like, what sort of steps did you take to
Oh,
start
basically,
being an analyst?
kind
if
of
that
from my
makes-
degree. Well, my degree was mainly data analysis anyway, so like just I already had a good background in it, and like all I did was like I just sit and watch LCK. Like I used to watch LPL, but after that World's performance, maybe not. And I don't really know. We used to like just copy a load of strats from like LCK games. We used to win loads of the games just by like even when I was playing top, just by lane swapping every game and like working the map rather than
Yeah.
outplays and mechanics. But so that's basically what I did. Just and then I'm working on drafting because that's like you can win and lose games. Like our last game against TCA, I think we won that like just in champ select, just because
Yeah.
I can't really remember, to be honest. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say much
So
because I can't really remember.
would you say having a background as being an analyst is crucial to become an analyst, or can you do that without having a background?
Nah, you need to know the game well because the way players won't trust you. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of coaches and stuff in the UK that are like Diamond 5 level, and like these, it's not you don't really know the game that well.
Yeah.
So, and coming from like playing in Challenger series like a long time ago, and just always been quite high up in the game, I know a lot. So
Yeah.
I just transitioned it into coaching.
So a part of being an analyst, like as well as a coach, is there's a lot of talented players throughout the scene. So how did you go about recruiting your current roster? Was it a case of like you all being friends and coming together and saying we're going to make the team, we're going to play for an organization, or did you have to go out and scout and find players to fill the roster?
It's well, and yeah, when we first started the team, it was mainly three of us were in Simplexity. Can't remember. It was some other team, and they were doing tryouts, and I thought they just had picked all the wrong players. So I took two of the players that were mechanically better, but maybe
Yeah.
didn't have the game knowledge, and went to start our own team rather than that.
Yeah.
So we started our own team. Picked up my little brother for support, so family, even closer
Yeah.
than friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember we got the AD carry. I don't remember, but and then I got to, and people we never dropped anyone apart from Stern, but that's a different story. But people like
Yeah.
left just due to like family reasons or just sick of playing League kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
and Milkyard was mainly the one because he had a lot of feelers out in the UK scene. So he got Panda, Reax, and I think he got Avro as well. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, so Milkyard was mainly the glue that found all these players and brought them together, and he slowly the team got better because we were like Diamond 3 kind of crap. Like we were pretty crap. But then luckily, I don't know, we kind of lucked out into these like really top tier players, and
Yeah.
Mainly luck. There's a lot of luck involved in everything really. So that was mainly it.
So lastly, are there any final words from you, or anything you want to add to this interview?
Sorry, I was gonna say,
Uh,
like, don't take it seriously. We're just a bunch of idiots that want to play League. Just
Yeah, I guess so.
ignore everything we say. We're just trolls. Like,
Guess the only thing we want to say is that only really here to play League. At the end of the day, say anything about
get
it.
better.
Get better. Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, that's the only thing we really want to say. Like, at the end of the day, we're just here to play League. Like, team wise and game wise.
But just the thing is, we're all friends. Just want to have fun.
Yeah,
We're not too serious. Like,
just here to play the game.
we lose, that's our fault. 'Cause we're crap. Like, we don't, Like,
I don't think people
don't take it
realise that we
seriously.
don't. Yeah, we
Don't
we
really
just
care.
we don't care as much as like I think people would like to let on. Not in the sense of like as a team or on the game, but just like I don't know. We all play for fun. We all play to just play the game because we enjoy it. It's like a fucking five-side football team every Wednesday kind of thing. It's like we just want to kick a ball about and be good at kicking the ball.
If
That's
we
about
win,
it.
even better. But
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys for
Okay,
doing
a
this
lot of
interview.
luck involved.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being
Sure.
here, and hopefully looking forward to speaking to you in the future.
What do you think of the scene in the UK right now?
I think the UK scene is probably stronger than most people make out to be. The teams themselves aren't that strong, but we have some very, very talented individuals.
So the ESL UK Premiership for us is a community-driven activity. It starts up, it opens up, open to everyone. Anyone can compete. If you think you're up for it, get 5 friends together, try your hands at it, and if you are good enough, you'll make it into the promotions. And that's where the old guard face off against the new guard.